21 things that happen to your body when you sit down all day. More than half of us spend most of our time sitting down every day, and a broad rear end isn't the only result. A sedentary lifestyle can have short and long-term effects on your health and body. Spending too much time sitting has been linked to several life-threatening conditions, like blood clots, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, heart disease, and cancer. A sedentary lifestyle increases the risk of being overweight and many other same conditions. In today's video, we will share with you 21 things that happen to your body when you sit down all day. Number 1. Weak legs and glutes. By sitting all day, you're not able to depend on your powerful lower body muscles to hold you up. This can cause muscle atrophy, which is the weakening of these muscles. Without strong leg and glute muscles, your body is at a greater risk of injury. Number 2. Weight gain. Moving helps your muscles to break molecules like lipoprotein lipase, which aids processing the fats and sugars you eat. According to research, when you spend most of your day sitting, the release of these molecules is reduced and causes an increase in your rear end. You're also at high risk for metabolic syndrome, even if you exercise. One study showed that men who spent more time sitting than usual have greater chances to gain more weight around the middle, which is the most dangerous place to store fat. Do you find this video interesting so far? Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button and ring the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. Number 3. Tight hips and a bad back. Long sitting also affects your hips and back like your leg and glute muscles. Sitting makes your hip flexors short, and your seated position can also hurt your back, especially if you have bad posture or don't use an ergonomic chair. Poor posture can cause compression on the discs in your spine and can promote premature degeneration, which causes chronic pain. Number 4. Anxiety and depression. Lesser understood that sitting has effects on mental health, but the risk of both depression and anxiety is greater in people who sit the most, because fitness benefits on mental health are lacking when you spend most of your time sitting down rather than moving. If so, these risks could be reduced with regular exercise. Number 5. Cancer risk. Emerging studies recommend that sitting for a long time can raise your risk of certain types of cancer, including lung, uterine, and colon cancers. Number 6. Heart diseases. Sitting can hurt your heart, potentially promoting cardiovascular disease. One study showed that men who spent more than 23 hours per week watching television had a 64% greater risk of dying from cardiovascular disease than men who only watched television for 11 hours. Experts say people who sit more have greater risks of suffering from a heart attack or stroke. Number 7. Diabetes risk. People who spend more time have a greater risk of diabetes. In one study that showed the effects of just 5 days of bed rest, researchers found increased insulin resistance, a precursor to diabetes. Number 8. Varicose veins. Sitting for a long time can cause blood to pool in the legs. This can promote varicose veins, or spider veins, a smaller version of the former. However, generally not harmful themselves, these swollen invisible veins can be unsightly. In rare cases, they can promote more serious conditions like blood clots. Number 9. Deep vein thrombosis, DVT. Deep vein thrombosis is a type of blood clot which is the most common in the legs. When part of this clot breaks off, it can break the flow of blood to other parts of the body and cause pulmonary embolism in your lungs. It can damage the part of the lungs due to a limited supply of blood, reduce oxygen levels in the blood, and can affect other organs as well. This is a medical emergency that can cause major complications or even death. Sitting for a long time can cause DVT. Number 10. Stiff shoulders and neck. From prolonged sitting, your shoulders and neck will also suffer from your legs, butt, and lower back. This is especially true if you're bent over overlooking a computer screen. Number 11. Chronic pains. Inadequate sitting postures, linked with long periods of sitting at a desk, offend extra increases of lower back pressure. These somatic pains can cause the symptoms of chronic diseases. Number 12. Reduced social skills. Interaction limited to communication over the internet is linked with a decline in social involvement and psychological well-being. Number 13, low energy expenditure. Sitting for a long time reduces your non-exercise activity. Thermogenesis is a big component of total energy expenditure than exercise. Number 14, slower metabolisms. The reduced muscle contraction that occurs with long-time immobile sitting slows the clearance of fat from the bloodstream and reduces the effect of insulin. Number 15, lack of sleep. Studies show that exercise not only helps you fall asleep, but also aids you to stay asleep and get quality rest each night. People with a sedentary lifestyle are more likely to have restless, insufficient sleep than their active counterparts. Number 16, cause joints pain. Sitting at your desk all day can also cause pain in your joints. Your knees are stuffed with cartilage that doesn't have its blood supply. The joints get nutrition from fluid around it that disperse into cartilage. It means that the more the joint is moved, the more fluid is exchanged. If the joint is immobilized, it will degrade quickly because it will not get enough nutrition. So try to walk a few steps around the office, choose stairs over the elevator, and do walking meetings when possible. Number 17, can lead to headaches. Sitting all day can also cause severe headaches with back pains. This is not just from staring at a screen all day. It can come from your way of position at the desk. The people who are sedentary sitting at a computer are more likely to have neck pain and headaches due to degenerative changes in the neck bones and joints. Moving away from your desk can help to reduce these pains. Number 18, weak bones. Weight-bearing exercise like standing and walking stresses your skeleton in a good way, indicating specialized cells to replace old bone tissues with new. When you sit for a long time, the body replaces less of what it loses, promoting fragile bones and a greater risk of osteoporosis, especially when you get older. Number 19, blood clots. A sedentary lifestyle slows down blood flow in the legs along with lower levels of clot-preventing proteins. A study showed that women who sat for more than 40 hours per week have more risk of a clot moving to their lungs compared with those who sat less than 10 hours. Number 20, compromised posture. Sitting rotates the pelvis backward and puts pressure on the lumbar discs. This position forces the head forward and makes the shoulders curve to compensate for the weight transfer. Number 21, it can shorten your life. Studies found that people who spend more than 6 hours a day sitting have 20% more chances of early death than those who sit for 3 hours or less each day. Another study showed that the life expectancy was decreased regardless of whether a person got sufficient exercise or not. So, if you sit for long stretches at a time, you have more chances to die earlier from any cause. To avoid the harmful effects of sitting, incorporate movement into your lives. Taking regular standing or stretching breaks at your desk, heading outside for lunch, and coordinating walking meetings with your team could all help to mitigate the effects of a sedentary workday and improve your mental health. Will you avoid sitting down all day? Let us know in the comments section below. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future videos. Don't forget to like and share. Stay healthy!